Do you want to study fully funded in Canada, but you don't have the funds? Are you somebody with a lot of dreams, a lot of goals, and you've been looking for ways to study in Canada, but financial issues have been a problem? Well, you're in luck, because in this video, I'm going to be sharing a fully funded a master's scholarship for you to use to study in Canada. Yes, my name is Faith, and this is the AFM Stories YouTube channel. I share content on scholarships, on study abroad, on career, on lifestyle, and different things. I'm very passionate about helping other people win scholarships because I won a fully funded scholarship to study for my master's degree. So I'm rooting for you, and we are all going to, achieve our study abroad goals together. So in this video, I'm going to be introducing you to a popular scholarship, but there are different aspects of this scholarship, right? So the scholarship is called the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship, but most people know about the one in the University of Edinburgh, which the application process has already closed. But there is another one which is in Canada. Yes, so there's this Mastercard Foundation Scholarship currently ongoing in the University of British Columbia in Canada. Now, what does the scholarship cover? The scholarship covers your tuition fee, so your complete tuition fee. You don't have to worry about paying any tuition. It also covers your books, so any learning materials that you're going to need, any learning resources, whatever it is, they are going to cover it. It also covers your flights, so you're not going to worry about paying for your flights from your home country to the university or to Canada. It also covers immigration support, so they're going to help you with visa application fees and any associated support. They also help you with the application process for visa, so guiding you on how you can secure visa to Canada once you've already secured the scholarship. They also help you with a room and a board, so there's also accommodation that they cover. They also help you with stipends for your living expenses, so you don't have to worry about working to pay your bills or begging family or finding ways to pay your day-to-day expenses. It also covers that. It also covers your health insurance. See, this scholarship is packed, it's back to back, it's plenty. Then also it covers career services and support, so they don't just let you study a master's, they support you to transition into a career through mentoring, through transitioning, through sharing other opportunities with you as well. They also give you access to a global Mastercard alumni network, and if you're a social entrepreneur, so let's say you're interested in social entrepreneurship, they also give you a there's also a social entrepreneurship fund that you can also be part of. This can help you with if you want to start a venture back home or on the continent. So that is what the scholarship covers. Now you might be wondering, okay, so this is all the amazing things that this thing covers. Who now qualifies for this, right? So these are the kinds of people that qualify for this. Number one, are you an African national with a commitment to ethical leadership and community building? Are you a committed young person whose academic ambitions exceed your financial resources? Are you a student interested in joining an exceptional network of young changemakers? Do you identify as a woman, a refugee, or forcibly displaced person, or person with a disability, or another underrepresented community? So this is not only for women or for refugees or for forcibly displaced people. It's for anyone who feels they are underrepresented. So in your own country, you might be from a tribe that is not the most popular, or you might be from a socioeconomic class that is not like the most popular. You might be in a field that is not popular. So don't let this limit you. Think about ways that you as a person is underrepresented. Also, for you to also be eligible, you need to, for a graduate degree, you need to be 35 years old or under when you apply. There are also undergraduate scholarships in other Mastercard universities, but for University of British Columbia, the scholarship is for masters alone. So if you want to study in Canada with the University of British Columbia, know that this is for masters. So you have to be 35 and under to be able to get access to this particular scholarship. I'm going to link the scholarship in the link below so that you can go directly to the website and begin to apply. If you also need guidance on submitting an amazing application for this, I already got you. You can book a one-to-one advisory call with me where we can talk about your application. If you've also written your essays, or maybe after watching this you start writing your essays, you can also book an essay review service with me. So let's continue. So what are the requirements aside from all of the things I've mentioned? You must have completed a bachelor's degree. You must not already have a master's degree, and you must be 35 years or younger at the time of application. So you need to be born in 1989 or after. You must be a citizen or a refugee of a sub-Saharan African country. So either a citizen or a refugee. You must be applying for a master's degree in one of the eligible programs listed below. So what are the eligible programs? The eligible programs are Master of Food and Resource Economics, Master of Food Science, Master of Land and Water Systems, Master of Sustainable Forest Management, Master of International Forestry, Master of Geomatics for Environmental Management, Master of Science or Master of Applied Science in Forestry, Master of Data Science. So for this particular scholarship in the University of British Columbia, these are the courses. So if you're not going to study any of these fields, then this scholarship might actually not be for you. So the scholarship program covers only the expenses of the admitted scholar. So you can bring your dependents, but it's not going to cover your dependents. If you're a citizen of Canada, you are not eligible. If you are a permanent resident of Canada, you are also not eligible. This is for people that are not in Canada and are African nationals interested in studying a master's in the University of British Columbia, fully funded. So you cannot use the funds for this scholarship to pursue programs at any other academic institution. So the money they give you, you cannot use it to go and study in another place. So yeah, what is the application process? So the first thing that you want to do is decide the course you want to study among the courses I listed, and then you try and check the minimum academic requirements for your country. So this is very varied and it can mean different things according to different countries, but you know what, I'm just going to check what it is for my own country. Just for anyone from my country is going to watch this, but there's a whole link on how you can check the requirements for your own country. I'm going to also link that in the description box below. So for Nigerian applicants, you need at least 4 years of study. Your overall grade needs to be second class upper division on a 4.5 scale. So you need to have a second class upper grade. Also, you need a bachelor's degree as well. One thing that is important to note is that if you have an HND, unfortunately, it's not going to be suitable for admission for a master's degree at UBC. However, if you do have a bachelor's, then you can definitely apply. Don't forget a second class upper, and also it needs to be a 4 on a 5-point scale. So let's check the English language requirements as well. So applicants from a Nigerian university are usually not required to provide results of an English language proficiency examination. I think that's amazing, actually. So however, some graduate programs have the right to request a language test when deemed necessary, even if the language of instruction has been in English. So if you're from Nigeria, you don't need to write IELTS or TOEFL. They recognize that the language of instruction from Nigeria is English. For other countries, it's very important that you check, there is a link for you to check that. I'll link in my description. So just check to be sure that, you have all of the requirements before you go too far. So once you've checked that you meet the academic requirements, you've checked that the course you want to study is among these courses, the next thing that you want to do is to apply. It's important to note that the application is ending on the 31st of October 2024. So ensure that you click the apply button before this date. I will put the link to apply in the link in my description. So click the apply button so you can definitely apply for it. I also say that let me just run through the selection process for applications so that when you start your application, you can keep this in mind. The first thing is academic merits of the candidate that qualifies for admission to the program of choice. So ensure that your academic merit is strong. Also, track record as a transformative leader and service within their community. Quality of application in line with the program theme. Potential impact on the development of the applicant's home country. Applicants who have faced significant barriers to education. So this is social, financial, personal, practical, or health related. I'll just try to explain all of this so that it can help with clarity. So academic merit often is between first class or 2-1. So I guess that if you have any of those two and every other part of your application is strong, you're good to go. Track record as a transformative leader and service within their community. So they want people that have been doing something in their home country. So people that have had some sort of impact, whether you've been volunteering, whether you've created projects, whether you've initiated things that have helped people, no matter how small it is. You just need to show evidence that you've been doing something meaningful in your community, in your country, so don't limit yourself too much for this. Also, quality of the application in line with the program theme. So basically, every program has their theme. For this particular program, they have specific courses that they are passionate about. So from agriculture to land to forestry to waste management. So ensuring that your program is strongly aligned to the course that they want you to study, really. Also, potential impact on the development of the applicant's home country. So when you're talking about your career plans or your career goals, ensure that you're talking a lot about things you want to do back home, even though you're not even sure of those things. It's important that you, at least when you're writing goals, try to think of something you can do in your home country that is not really about you, but about community development. Is very important. Now, applicants who have faced significant barriers to education. So they want people that have gone through something, and that's why I said in the beginning they want underrepresented people. So a good example of someone that is underrepresented is someone that has issues with accessing education. They want people that without this scholarship they really cannot afford this master's degree. So you want to show that through talking about barriers that you face for your undergraduate degree or your secondary school education. So whether it's social, so maybe in your social-cultural background, there are like cultural things that will prevent you. Maybe you're a woman and they don't really want women to, study, or where you're from, your tribe, people like you, they don't often get opportunities to study in universities. Also financial, maybe you come from a low economic background, your parents cannot afford it, maybe you lost your parents at a young age and you're not able to afford these fees. Personal issues as well, so maybe you had personal challenges. It could be mental, it could be health, it could be really anything, practical or health related. As long as you had some sort of barrier to education, maybe you also had good academic grades, but you've been trying to apply to maybe uni for 5 years and you were getting the scores, but they have such like strong quota systems and it just never favored you. There's always a story to tell, so ensure that you let this reflect in your application. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about the essay for this scholarship. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can watch the next video and learn how to submit strong essays for this. Okay, so what are the things that you're going to submit in this application? You're going to complete the Mastercard Scholars application form, which has a couple of questions about like your personal background, but also like the personal statement. You also submit the personal statement as well. You would also submit a CV/resume, and you will submit 2 reference letters on official letterhead. And then you're also going to submit your transcript. Okay, so for the application process, once you've applied and you've submitted your Mastercard scholarship application form, if you're eligible, you're going to receive an email with instructions to apply to University of British Columbia. So you're not applying to your master's at the University of British Columbia. If you're interested in this scholarship, you will first apply for this scholarship, and then after they receive your application, if they review it and they see that you're eligible, then they will now invite you to apply to the university. So for this scholarship, the first stage is apply for the scholarship, and then if you're eligible, then they invite you to apply. So you may be eligible for a fee waiver if your citizenship and your address is located in one of the 50 least developed countries. There's a list for that on this page. You can check it out. So yeah, because not every, so unfortunately they do have a application fee for when you eventually want to apply for the course, but definitely Mastercard is also open to supporting with things like that, so don't worry too much about that. Focus on submitting a strong application for Mastercard, and then you can now worry about, applying to the University of British Columbia. This is a top school in Canada. This is a top education. It is fully funded and it's an opportunity to study in Canada. This scholarship does not have a return clause, so definitely there's so many benefits for you, and I mentioned a lot of them in the beginning. So I would say that if you fit any of the bill, you're African, you're 35 and younger, you have some experience of doing things, you've had challenges with education, I'll say that you should apply for this scholarship. If you want further tips on this, don't forget, like I said, you can book a one-to-one call with me. If you're already writing your essays or you plan to apply and you're writing essays, don't forget that I also offer essay review support, so check the link in my description, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Rooting for you, you'll win a scholarship. All right, bye.